And we are one of a small group of colleges that are providing through an initiative known as Project SAIL, which stands for Specialty Asynchronous Industry Learning, which are these specialty industry programs, where we have all of the programs that I've just listed to you available for other schools to participate in across the country. They may not have the faculty, they may not have the expertise, they may not have the actual funding resources to build a brand new program, but it allows them to include into their course catalog an entire degree in hospitality management, restaurant management, hotel management, information reporting, which is the closed captioning or broadcast captioning for all of the television programs that we have to have. If a school doesn't have a program that we offer, through a memorandum of understanding, we can actually offer our program to their students, and those students are actually taking their courses from their own home institution.
Well, one of the projects is involving audio and or video, sometimes both, sometimes one or the other. And one of the things is using Producer, for example, although that's not the only avenue to do that, to create interactive videos. Voiceover, PowerPoint, showing screen captures, showing different video clips within that. Short segments, maybe 5 minutes in length, maybe 7 minutes, something like that, to go ahead and create that interactive lesson that the student can play over and over again. Let's face it, students don't get it always on the first time for every student. So being able to provide that to the student, either on a CD or off of a website, allows the parent and or the student to go over the material as many times as they need to. Another project that I've been involved in is digital games. And in fact, at the METC conference in 2007, just presented on digital games used in the classroom. And what I did is I had a series of them. Some of them were nothing more than drill and practice, which is very useful for certain situations. But then it also looked at some other sites in that presentation that were grouped, say, K to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 12, where you could then use off of this website and was interactive on higher level thinking skills. For example, one of them said, was Babe Ruth underpaid? Or, how do you compare the different salaries baseball players are making? And so it talked about economics, it talked about the inflation index and so forth. And it was interactive in the sense that students had to plug in values and then they got a response in terms of time. And so therefore they had to really think on a much higher level.
One of the other things that really came into play this year was the need to change out the phone system. We had a 16-year-old Roam system that was really problematic. What we did was we took advantage of rebuilding our network and placing a voice over IP infrastructure in place. We've also taken advantage of integrating this voice over IP technology into the very nature of what we're trying to do.
What I like to tell people is that although we're a technology organization, we like to try to think beyond the technology and really how to connect what we do with the overall academic mission, which is teaching, research, and service. And so we've really paid attention in the kinds of things that we do around technology. We've paid a lot of attention to connecting with, quote unquote, the business, if you will. So on this campus, for instance, one of the ideas that we started a couple of years ago are these things called innovation grants. They're relatively small grants and they're competitive. We put the call for proposals out there in the fall, and we call for proposals, and people put proposals together. And for a relatively small amount of money, but it enables them to buy out their teaching time for a course to kind of concentrate on developing the curriculum